Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstones, sensation brothers pushing his word in truth and sincerity, with charity and risking their lives and freedom to do so. This is your brother, Yana Guy, come for the great millstone, Chicago camp, coming at you with another lesson. No one's edified. Quick scripture of the day, a quick testimony, man. Hey, the Lord got us. And you have to believe that. Alright? You really have to believe that, because the scripture says, without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. You can't please Him if you don't have any faith, man. Alright? You have to believe that He got us, that He will provide, man. Alright? Hey, the Lord's name is a strong tower, and the righteous run to it and are safe. Alright, we don't lean unto Esau. We don't lean to our own understanding. We lean unto the Lord. And once you start leaning unto the Lord shows you that He really got us. And just a quick testimony, man. If your ways please the Lord, He'll make your enemies be at peace with you, man. Alright? But it's so true, man. I done got into little incidents with 5-0 just getting pulled over. I never did anything for them to go ahead and apprehend me or anything like that. But I done got pulled over, and they done let me go, man. They let me go, and open liquor, whatever. I wasn't drinking and driving, but, they could get your ass when you have open liquor, man. To give you tickets without any seatbelts, speeding, and always get let off with a warning, man. Through good and bad, we put our trust into the Lord, man. Alright, even through the bad, man. Whether I got that ticket, whether, get pulled over for no reason. At the end of the day, the Lord allowed these things to happen. But at the end of the day, my trust is in the Lord, not in myself, not in Esau's ways. But long story short, real quick testimony. Debit card gets hacked. Some unusual charges happen, and go ahead and I gotta get the debit card replaced. And if you ever got your debit card hacked, getting your card replaced, you gotta wait a couple days. You receive it in the mail again. I don't know if your bank does it, but my bank, I gotta wait a couple more days, man. But I didn't have no money, man. I had like about a few dollars to my name, probably like $40, $50. I think it was like $60. And all of it went to necessities. I remember I had my last $20. I done finished pumping gas. I had $20. I was hungry. I said, I'm gonna give me a Subway sandwich. And I didn't realize at the time. I totally forgot about the deals, but buddy hooked me up with a deal. Cool. I wanted another one. He messed up my order. He gave me a 6-inch, right? Pause. No homo, man. Gave me a 6-inch sub instead of the deal. I would have paid the extra, whatever. But misunderstanding. I get the 6-inch meal, and I got 2 sandwiches. All right, it was a foot long, and I wanted 2 foot longs, but I ended up getting 1.5. All right, I had a few bucks left. I was counting my dollars. I said, I have enough for another sandwich, another meal. So let me go ahead and grab another one. But he ended up giving me the wrong order. He ended up giving me half of it instead of the full one. So I had a couple of dollars, I had about $5 left over. You know, sandwich sub was about like $11. So I had a couple of dollars left over. Went home, didn't think nothing about it. Ate my food. I woke up the next day, and I woke up the next day, and I'm about to run some errands, right? Turn on the car. I ain't got no fucking gas. I said, damn. Then I remembered. I said, oh shit. I still got some change from the fucking food last night. I had $5. Boom, went to the gas station for $5. Let me get 5 out what? I had a little lottery ticket. Went and scratched off that. Had been heavy for a while. Cashed that. It was $2. Added that to my to the tank. You know, I think it was like $6, $7 on one. And boom, I got a little 16, 13 miles per gallon. I wasn't even going far. You know, I didn't need to go far at all. I just needed to get to point A to point B. You know, from point B back to point A. The Lord provided. Boom. I have enough gas. I go to work. I'm hungry. I'm talking, you know, co-workers. And one of the co-workers, they're like, you want a sub? And it was funny because I was like, I said, these motherfuckers be eating pork. I said, only if it's a chicken teriyaki sub, I'll take it. No pork. They said, nah, no pork. And they're like, wow, they're like, I do have a chicken teriyaki sub. You know? Hey, call on like how about me outside, man. Hey, you know what's funny? I was craving that sub, man. Not only that the Lord fed me, He also gave me what my heart desired, man. You know, I really wanted that chicken teriyaki sub, and boom, motherfucker had it. Gave me a fucking free Subway sandwich and a bag of chips. You know, I didn't have to spend money. Didn't have money to spend. You know, didn't have my debit card. You know, and I'm trying to make whatever I had stretch out. And whatever I had stretched out, that ain't stretched out, I already used. You know, the Lord provides, man. He said, my servant shall eat. You know, you shall be hungry. My servant shall drink. My servant shall be clothed. And it's so true, man. The Lord provides. He don't give you more. He might hook you up, but you get what you need, man. And Scripture says, don't give me too much, or I'll forget thee. Don't give me too little, or I'll curse thee. You know? I was cool, man. With that daily bread, man. You know, a lot of you know, a lot of people commit suicide knowing they only had like $20 in the bank. Can't use their debit cards because listen to that, their whole day's ruined. You know, but not me, man. You know, my trust was into the Lord, and I know, and I had a feeling, man. I said, I'm not broke. I said, but the Lord got me. I said, I'm broke, but you know what? I am broke, but the Lord got me. And really, I'm not broke because the Lord got me. All right, the Lord provided, man. That's a very small testimony, but it's heavy, man. I was so wooed off that. He didn't allow me to get the extra sub, so I had enough for gas the next day. I didn't have enough money for the sub, and then he provided the food the next day. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers don't give a fuck whether you eat or not. Especially if they realize if you try to serve the Lord, they don't give a fuck. They don't. Damn, these motherfuckers don't even want to feed their kids. Let alone want to feed you, especially a man of the Lord. I know that was the Lord, man. All right. At the end of the day, man, you always put your trust in the Lord. Cast your cares upon Him, for He cared for you, man. And I'm gonna bring out this Sirach 2:10. It says, "Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken? Or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him?" Alright, hey, how much more in Jacob's trouble, man? The Lord is gonna provide, man, in that day. We have nothing to worry about. He says the heathen shall envy and be able to do nothing, man. We're gonna be straight. Alright? Hey, these niggas out here, you know, he got Esau jumping off of fucking skyscrapers because his bank account just hit $5,000, and now he thinks he's broke, man. Because he went from a penthouse to living in a fucking condo to a fucking one-bedroom apartment, or a studio downtown. You know, Esau straight. All these heathens, they're weak, man. Alright? Yeah, it's weak as hell.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto West 87th Street.
What are we going to eat? And this and that. The Lord provides. He says, He feeds the fowls of the air. How much more you? Come on, man. So this
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto West 87th Street.
Generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken, or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him? And call along like Yahweh Shemi Al-Sham, man. Hey, Lord got us. Alright? Best believe that, man. No one's ever find lessons until next time. Shalom and a Bible.